All right, today I'm going to be installing an Agile Offroad ARB compressor kit into a 2024 INEOS Grenadier. Let's see how this goes, but the kit looks really nice. Good quality layouts of components, really nice factory installation manual. Should be a real nice clean install. The Agile Offroad kit doesn't specify that it works with the dual battery setup on the Grenadier. Conversations with them does say it will work. We just have to get the secondary battery out of the way. Point out kind of an interesting note that the Grenadier, with their large, I think it's a Group 31 series secondary battery, did a clamp here and an over-the-top clamp to hold the battery in. Very, very solid battery mounting. Next step is installing these 4 spacers. I really like the fact that they marked the torque on the spacer, directly right on the spacer, and they are going to be going onto these 4 studs here. Next step is bolting the compressor in. Once again, 4 bolts, two nuts, 2 bolts from underneath. You rotate the compressor on the bracket to get to the 2 lower bolts, all torqued in with the blue Loctite, and we're ready to do wiring. The rear wheel well panel removes pretty easily. Got a couple anchor pull points plus some bolts behind, or nuts behind the plugs here. And then everything is basically just a pop off with these clips. And then we'll pull that off completely to gain access to install the compressor brackets. We're getting close to being done. The compressor air hose and switch wiring has been fed up through the C-pillar following the battery cable towards the back here. They make note, be aware of the positive battery cables. We don't want to short out on anything. Come around here and we can see that getting ready to reinstall that panel. Compressor's in, wiring's routed, nice clean install. It's going really well. Instructions are very well documented. All right, so I got this rear side seat trim back in place. This is probably about the hardest part of the job because it's scary that you're going to break the plastic, because with the compressor in place you have to bring this in from above and you're bending and flexing it around the seat frame. It all came through just fine, unscathed, but it definitely takes some muscle to do. Is what the completed install underneath the rear seat looks like. Nicely trimmed out, and once the seat's closed you never know it's there. My next step will be cutting out the template for this rear piece of trim so that the compressor controls will sit right in this area here. Very nice to see an actual size template supplied by a manufacturer rather than just a bunch of measurements. It's definitely a nice little touch. Here we have the finished product of the Agile Offroad ARB compressor install. And switch panel, keys on, power on. I've already got it filled. Compressor runs, shuts off. We have air. Quick release. It's a small tank, so it will run pretty much every time you plug it in. There she is. She's working beautifully.